Hey you! Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today's video is going to be a bit personal. I wanted to share some of my life experiences with you all when it comes to relationships. Having said that, I am not a relationship expert. I'm not trying to tell you, hey, do this in your relationship or do that in your relationship. These are just some things that I have observed along the way while I have been in relationships. I have been in two very serious relationships in my life. One was during college, and the other one was a bit recent, both of which did not go well. They had to end. They had their reasons. And while I was in those two relationships, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about other people as well. I learned a lot about how the dynamics between two human beings can be. And since both my relationships failed, I can say that I know a bit about what are the things that make a relationship fail. And I wanted to talk about just that. So yeah, through this video, I'm not trying to break any couple up. Just a heads up. It's just that I just want to share some of my personal experiences about what can go wrong in a relationship. So what I have learned throughout my life, all those lessons basically boil down to 5 very clear signs that you might be in the wrong relationship, or you might be with a person who is not really meant for you. That person might be a great person, it's just that that person might not be a compatible person for you or the best person for you. So, the first sign that you need to look out for in your relationship is whether their eyes light up when you enter a room. This might sound very fairy tale like or very dreamy or as if I'm living in a wonderland or something, but this is a very real sign. I learned that the person that you want to be with, if they really want to be with you, they would always feel excited to be with you. They would always feel happy. They would always be calm around you. They would always enjoy your presence. They would always want to be with you. They would make efforts to be with you. And on the contrary, if you're with someone who's not meant for you, they might not seem as excited to be with you. And when I say that their eyes light up when they see you, I don't mean that they go jumping around or they act excited or they are celebrating all the time. I don't mean any of that. You just need to see how they're really feeling when you're around. Are they feeling a sense of contentment? Are they feeling a sense of happiness? Do they feel that they really want to be with you and their life wouldn't be as good without you? And the same goes for you too. You might be the wrong person for someone if your soul doesn't light up when you see your partner. So yeah, how you both are feeling when you're around each other. Do you want to be with each other when you're not with each other? Does your life feel a bit emptier without them, or does it not make any difference without them? So that's the first and foremost sign, that whether their eyes light up when they see you, or does your heart light up when you see them. Now, the second sign that you need to watch out for is whether they respect your being, and vice versa, whether you respect their being. And by respect, I don't just mean that they say that they respect you, but actually show that respect. They actually really respect you as an individual, as a being. Whether they're respecting your needs in the relationship, whether they're respecting your love language, whether they're respecting how you are as a person, whether they're respecting your ambitions, your aspirations, your dreams, your goals, your emotions, your emotional energy, whether they're respecting your finances, for that matter, the money that you're investing in the relationship, whether they respect that or not. I think it's more important than love itself, because love is a feeling that can fade over time, but respect is something that if it fades, it can basically collapse a relationship. So it's very important that if you're in a relationship, you respect your partner and your partner respects you, your being, your emotions, your needs, your energy, everything about you, everything that you are. You should feel respected, and you should make your partner feel respected as well. And it's not just something that you can say to each other. Respect is shown through action, and if through their actions you feel respected, that means you're in the right relationship. And if not, you, my friend, need to re-evaluate. Okay, moving on to the third sign. And the third sign is reciprocation. I think that this is very important for a relationship to thrive. So what I have observed is that there is always one person in the relationship that gives more than the other one, and the other one may or may not be very good at receiving that. But if this dynamic keeps continuing over time, what happens is that the giver feels very exhausted in the long run. They feel like they're not being cared for, and that is what can cause a relationship to burn out. Speaking about reciprocation, I mean, all the emotional energy that you're investing, are you feeling that that emotional energy is being reciprocated in the relationship? All the time that you're investing, do you feel that the same time is being given back to you? All the finances that you're investing in your relationship, do you feel that it's just you who is giving the financial aid, or is it your partner as well who is making gestures to make sure that financially you're even? When it comes to caring for each other, are you someone who has taken the parent role in the relationship and are always the one who's caring and giving and nurturing? Or do you also feel the same from your partner, whether they are caring and giving and nurturing too? Sometimes we want to nurture our partner like a parent. There is nothing bad about that. The bad part is if you're only the parent and not the partner after a while. So if you're taking on a parent role permanently, that might burn you out, especially if you're the only parent in the relationship and you're not getting the care back from your partner. And it's very important to have the same love language, so that you don't have to keep translating yourself for each other, because that can be very exhausting. You both may be doing a lot of things for each other, but then you both may not be able to understand each other because your way of communicating your love is very different. So yeah, when I speak of reciprocation, are your efforts being reciprocated in the first place? And secondly, they're being reciprocated in a way that you can understand, in a way that you can perceive. So basically, do you both have the same love language? Okay, moving on to the fourth sign. And the fourth sign is loyalty and honesty. I believe that loyalty and being honest to each other is literally the foundation of your relationship, because if you find yourself lying to your partner about something, or if you even merely suspect that your partner might be lying to you, that means that your relationship is not going to end well for you. And this might come off as bad news, but it is what it is. If you cannot trust your partner, you cannot be with your partner throughout your life. You just cannot be, because you'll always keep questioning, you'll always keep doubting. All these negative feelings of doubt and anticipation and tension will enter your relationship. And until you build good trust, these negative feelings will never go away. So it's very important that you both are loyal to each other. And when I say loyal, I just don't mean that you don't physically cheat. I also mean that you don't emotionally cheat on each other, especially during times of conflict, when you both are in a situation where you are in a fight or you are in a disagreement. Are you still loyal, or are you still holding grudge and doing something to get back at your partner? Or if they're doing something to get back at you? If all of these things are happening in your relationship, I'm sorry to say that, but the relationship is not going to last. So yeah, if you find yourself lying to your partner, or if you're suspecting that your partner is lying to you or not loyal to you, you definitely need to take a step back. You need to have an open and honest communication with them about what's going on, and you need to reevaluate your relationship and whether you should be with this person or not. The fifth and the last sign that you need to look out for is, how do you feel about yourself when you're in the relationship? So in my previous relationships, which failed, obviously, both of them, I felt so sorry for myself all the time when I was in the relationship. I felt so insecure. I felt paranoid. I felt like a monster all the time who's hurting my partner. And I felt so unheard, unseen, and so misunderstood in my relationship. And maybe I'll talk about it in some other video in depth. But yeah, that is how I felt during the majority of my time, especially in my previous relationship. My first relationship was in college, so I would admit that we were just kids back then and we didn't have that level of maturity or that level of awareness. So it was, let's say, a trial. But yeah, that relationship was also very important for me. My first relationship also made me feel like, what am I doing wrong? Where is my self-confidence? Where is my sense of self-worth really going? Why is it going down the crapper? And I had the same feelings during my last relationship as well. I was always questioning myself, what am I doing wrong? Why are things going the wrong way, even though I'm putting all the efforts to do the right things? Where is my self-confidence? Where is my sense of self-worth? Why am I so insecure? Why do I feel so ugly? Why do I feel like a monster all the time? Why do I end up hurting my partner even though that's the last thing I want to do? And why am I so hurt? Why do I feel so unheard and so unseen and so misunderstood? That was a clear sign that I am in the wrong relationship. This is not the right relationship for me. This is not the right environment for me to even live. So yeah, you need to evaluate how you're feeling about yourself when you're in this relationship. Are you feeling all these negative feelings that I just said? Or are you feeling empowered? Are you feeling motivated? Are you feeling lighthearted? How you're feeling is a very important part of the relationship that you're in, because if you keep feeling all these negative feelings, it's just going to crush so much of your soul and your spirit and your willingness even to live or to do things. It would just get very heavy, I would say. That is what I experienced in my failed relationships, and it just got too heavy for me to handle. It just got too heavy of a burden for me to carry, and eventually I had to end my relationship. And apart from that, how is your partner feeling when they're with you? Are they feeling frustrated? Are they feeling not enough? Are they feeling small? Are they feeling not so well around you? So if they're also feeling all these negative feelings when they're around you, so you might not be the right partner for them too. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching if you watched till the end. I began this video by saying that I will be sharing my personal stuff, and maybe I could not, because maybe I'm not ready enough to share my personal story yet. This is very new for me too, and it's taking me a little bit of time to open up, but hopefully I will open up and share my story with you guys. Thank you so much for being so patient with me. Thank you so much for all the support and the appreciation that you give me. I am so grateful for you. I hope to see you soon, and till then, take care.